people. Hey guys, it's Annika. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another Halloween video. I hope that I have like time to do at least 2 more of these because I've only done 2. But today I'm going to be doing 2 looks in one video. I'm going to be doing an angel and a devil look for y'all. So if you and your friend are going as an angel and a devil, or if you're going as an angel for one party and then a devil to another, I don't know. Or you could even do half and half if you wanted to. I know that James Charles did that. But yeah, this is a video and I hope that you like it. It's voiceover, but I hope that you like it because I think that it was a good voiceover. So you can suck my dick on that one. I love you guys. So, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyelids with the Tarte Shape Tape. You can just use whatever concealer you have, and I'm blending it out with my finger, and I'm not going to set it with powder just because I want the eyeshadow to go on top of the wet concealer. I'm taking the shade Prick in the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette, and I'm putting that everywhere as a transition shade. And yeah, I was watching Hulu, so like my eyes were wandering, but yeah. And then I took the shade Cherry Soda on a more defined crease brush, and I was trying to get right up in there. That's what she said, I think. I don't know. And I'm winging it out. And then I'm taking intravenous, and I'm doing that even more in the crease, just to deepen it up. But I don't want to do too much because I don't want it to be like brown, I just want it to be like red brown. I just needed some more depth, so that's why I'm doing that. And then I went back out and I blended it, and then I am doing a cut crease as always. You know how it be, I always do that. In my next look I do a half cut crease, so you're welcome guys. I know you subscribe for unique creative content. And then I'm taking the shade Glucose to set that. Now I'm priming my face with the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape to conceal. Again, I'm not using foundation because I don't fuck with that. Okay, and then I'm setting it with a loose powder. And now I'm using the NYX Red Vivid Brights eyeliner, and I'm doing like a devil's tail kind of thing. So you don't want to do like a straight wing. I kind of did like a wiggly wing so it would look like it was moving. I don't know if that really like came across because there's only like one wave in it, but that's what I was doing. And I didn't want to line all the way to the inside of my inner corner because I feel like that would look weird. So I just kind of stopped halfway through my eye and like faded it out. Now I'm taking Prick on my lower lash line. I'm smoking that out a lot. And then I'm taking Cherry Soda in Intravenous on a really defined brush, and I'm going really close to my waterline with that. And then I'm doing my eyebrows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I never do my eyebrows on camera. This is new. And then I'm setting it with the clear brow gel. Oh, I put on lashes off camera. That was not very obvious, but I used the Tarte Tarteist lashes in the style Flirt, and just because they're like really natural and I didn't want to cover up too much of the makeup. And now I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Is the microphone too close to me? I'm sorry. And then I used the Milani Day Glow highlighter. Just highlighted it with that. Ew, that was so gross. And then I'm using the Jeffree Star lip scrub, and I used Cherry Soda. I thought it was fitting, and it's also the only one I have. So yeah, I also eat that hoe a lot. She's really good, and that's the tea. Ew, that's so gross. Ew. And then I lined my lips with a NYX red lip liner. I don't know what the shade is. And then I used the Too Faced Lady Balls liquid lipstick, which is one of my favorite red liquid lipsticks. It doesn't get crusty at all. It's so nice. I decided that I wanted to do horns, but I didn't know. Should I do horns? But I did actually like film a whole intro without them. I had to redo it. But I just used the NYX Red Viv Brights eyeliner and I colored them in. What are you doing? You say you're done, you're still pursuing. But one more word and I am suing. Karma is a little bitch. But yeah, this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this devil look. And now we're gonna move on to the angel look. I'm back. I thought I would do an ASMR for this one. I'm just kidding. I'm wearing Haley Morales merch, but I took the Shark tape again, and I primed my eyelids. Ew, that was gross. I'm using tape for this one. I don't really know why. I'm using the blood sugar again. I'm taking that shade. I don't know what it's called. I should get the palette. Hang on. So I ended up taking the shade Cake Mix. That's what it's called. And that is gross. Ew. And I just, you know, put that in my crease with the transition shade. And then I took the shade Ouch on a more precise brush. Wow. Are you seeing a theme here? I don't know how to do makeup. I only know how to do one kind of look. Just with different colors. And then I took the shade Intravenous again. And I didn't really put this throughout the whole crease. I just did it in the outer corner. And yeah, I was on FaceTime with Corey. I kept trying to hang up, but she wouldn't hang up. I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, love you. And she's like, but it's like, okay. And then I was taking this Urban Decay white liner in the shade Bump. I don't really love that name, but it's a really good white liner. It's actually really liquidy, so I'm talking so much. But I did 3 lines to kind of mimic angel wings, but it was so liquidy that when I pulled the tape off too early, and it just got everywhere. So I used a Q-tip to clean it up, but I would suggest that if you use this liner, wait a little bit for it to dry. And I did the same thing on the other side. And the same thing happened. So then I just used a concealer, and I forgot to do it before I did the eyeliner. You should probably do it before you do the eyeliner, and I just did a half cut crease. It worked out fine because I didn't bring the white all the way inside. And then I set it with the Glucose shade. And then I'm taking Intravenous, I think, or maybe it was Ouch, I don't know, and I'm just blending the things together. And then I'm taking an Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter liner, the like whitish one, and I'm lining the half cut crease with that, stopping halfway through. And I'm letting that dry. Then I used the Huda Beauty primer. I primed my face with that, obviously. Oh, it smelled weird. I was like, it smells like something really familiar. It smells like a Sears or something. I don't even know. So I used the Born This Way concealer, which is kind of not my shade, but it's fine. I thought that I should use something different because I just used the Tarte Shape Tape. And I blended that out. Wow. What a creative concept. It really takes me for fucking ever. This is a time lapse. Like, what? Oh my god! More concealer! Okay, and then I set it with a loose powder. I really wanted to make sure it was all in there because I put on a lot of concealer. And wiping that off. Doing something ugly as always. Ew. Taking the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer again because my butter bronzer broke, so I just don't even know what to do anymore. So I've been using this. It's a little much. It's a little dark, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely not the butter bronzer, but it's what we're working with. And then I put on lashes. I used the Lily Lashes Miami, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, I know I'm using the non-cruelty free ones because Rachel did give them to me, but I want to they came out with faux fur ones and I want to get those because, like, yes. So I just, like, did the lower lash line with the same colors, the same kind of concept. And now I'm pinning my hair back so I can do a little halo. So I took the Bump eyeliner and I drew a circle, but not like a full circle because you wanted to have like that kind of dimension. And then I took a yellow eyeshadow and I just packed that around. I suppose you could have just used a yellow eyeliner, but I wanted it to have like a glow about it, and I feel like it did with the yellow eyeshadow. And then I put some of that white Urban Decay glitter liner on top just to make it sparkle. And I did some in my inner corner too. So I'm using a really peachy blush. This is Too Faced Love Blush Blush, and I put a little bit on my nose too. And then I'm using Jeffree Star Princess Cut because I feel like angels would be glowing for the gods. Like, they have to, right? I feel like they can't not. So I just got my glowiest highlighter. And then I put on the new Fenty Gloss Bomb. It's really pretty. I don't like it as much as the other one, but I still like it. And this is the final look. But I really had fun making this video. I'm sorry that I haven't been making a lot of videos, but I love y'all and suck my dick. I'm gonna film an actual outro. Hang on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making these looks, and I hate myself that I just haven't been doing more. I'm trying to get my shit together, y'all. I'm this close to dropping out of school, and I'm not gonna drop out of YouTube too. It's not gonna happen. I gotta keep going with it. But I love you guys so much. Please comment, rate, subscribe, suck my dick, and keep on being an angel or a devil. You do you.
Tell me that I'm an idiot. You know that you'll be lying. What?